Journey to the deepest ocean. The pressurized cabin of the abyssal star hummed with a low, steady vibration. Ilara gripped the control joysticks, her knuckles white. Above them, the sun-drenched surface of the Pacific was a world away. They were descending into the Hadal zone, the deepest parts of the ocean trenches, where the weight of the water above was equivalent to an elephant standing on a postage stamp. "System check complete," Ilara whispered, her eyes dancing across the holographic displays. "We're entering the unknown." As the depth gauge clicked past 3,000 meters, the last rays of sunlight vanished. Soren leaned toward the viewport, his face illuminated by the soft blue glow of the dashboard. "Look," he said, pointing into the void. Tiny, glowing specks drifted past like falling stars. "Marine snow," he explained. "It's organic debris falling from the surface. It's the lifeblood of the deep, feeding everything below." Suddenly, a translucent jellyfish pulsed by, its body flickering with rainbow-colored bioluminescence. They reached the midnight zone, a realm of perpetual darkness and bone-chilling cold. Soren checked the external sensors. "We have company," he noted. A terrifying yet beautiful creature drifted into the beam of their floodlights, a fanfin anglerfish. Its mouth was a cavern of needle-like teeth, and a glowing lure bobbed gently above its head. Soren adjusted the external camera to capture the specimen's bioluminescent patterns. "It's not a monster," he murmured. "It's a masterpiece of evolution." The abyssal star neared the abyssal plain, a vast, flat expanse of sediment that looked like a lunar landscape. Ilara deployed a remote-operated vehicle, ROV, to get a closer look at the seabed. On her monitor, a strange creature appeared, perched on 3 incredibly long, thin fins. "A tripod fish," Ilara said, her voice filled with awe. "It stands against the current, waiting for tiny crustaceans to drift into its mouth. It's been living like this for millions of years." "We're crossing 10,000 meters, Soren announced, his voice dropping an octave. They were entering the Mariana Trench. The walls of the trench loomed on either side of them, jagged and ancient. Ilara and Soren shared a silent look of triumph. No one of their generation had ever been this deep. They were pioneers in a liquid space, explorers of a frontier more mysterious than the moon. They bumped fists, the metal of the submersible creaking under the immense pressure. A shimmering haze appeared ahead. "Hydrothermal vents," Soren said, his excitement growing. "These are underwater volcanoes that spew mineral-rich water heated by the Earth's crust." He watched as giant tube worms, with bright red plumes and white bodies, swayed in the mineral-rich currents. These creatures didn't need the sun. They thrived on chemosynthesis, turning chemicals from the vent into energy. It was a completely alien ecosystem, thriving in total darkness. Among the rocks, something small and pale caught Ilara's eye. It was a Mariana snailfish, a delicate, tadpole-like creature that seemed too fragile for such a harsh environment. "The deepest living fish ever recorded," Ilara whispered. She pressed her palm against the cold glass. The snailfish swam with a grace that defied the crushing weight of the trench. It was a reminder that life, no matter how small, finds a way to endure in the most extreme conditions. Suddenly, the cabin lights flickered and died, replaced by the red glow of the emergency power. A warning alarm chimed, a minor pressure seal leak in the outer hull. Ilara worked quickly to redistribute the power, her breath hitching. Soren stayed calm, his eyes fixed on the darkness outside. "The ocean is beautiful," he said softly, "but it demands respect. We are visitors here, Ilara. Never forget that." The lights stabilized, and the alarm silenced. As they prepared to ascend, Ilara's floodlights caught a flash of white that didn't look like biology. She zoomed the camera in. It was a discarded plastic wrapper, wedged between 2 ancient rocks. The sight felt like a gut punch. "Even here," she sighed. 10 kilometers down, our footprint precedes us." She recorded the coordinates and the image. Her mission had changed. It wasn't just about discovery anymore. It was about protection. The ascent felt faster than the dive. As they rose through the zones, the water changed from black to midnight, then to a brilliant, sparkling sapphire. Soren looked up as the first glimmers of sunlight filtered through the waves above. "We're going back with more than just data," he said, looking at Alara. They were returning as ambassadors for a hidden world, ready to tell the stories of the giants and the ghosts of the deep.